Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's workout we're going to be focusing on a full body flow, incorporating the yoga block and a set of dumbbells. I'm going to be using a set of 2 kilos, but you're more than welcome to use whichever you prefer. And remember, you can always do this without your props. Now we are going to be spending a lot of our time down on our mats today, so a bit of work on our backs, a little bit on our side as well. Perfect, so we are going to get straight into it. So making sure you have both of those dumbbells here and that yoga block handy. So just popping them off to the side within reach. Great, now we'll take a lie down just on to your backs. Perfect, we're just going to start with a little windscreen wipe. So bring your feet wide and then hip distance apart. We're just going to bend and windscreen wipe both knees over to one side. Great, and then just over to the other. Good. We'll just do one more on each side. Good. Feeling that opening through those hip flexors, releasing any lower back tension. Doing one more on this side. Good. And then coming back to center. Good. Now we're going to be getting straight into it today. So grabbing on to your yoga block. Yoga block is going to come underneath your right foot. Now making sure your whole foot is on that block, and just take a little shimmy a little bit more forwards. Now we're going to be grabbing onto both of those dumbbells here. So just starting with them nice and tucked into your body. So we'll just do a couple of spinal rolls first, and then I'll incorporate and progress on from there. So heavy through that right foot. We're just going to come onto those left tippy toes. Good. Now we're going to press into the right heel. You squeeze your bum at the top. And then we inhale, slowly articulate all the way back down. Great. Exhale, push your spine into the mat. Start to peel those hips up. Big squeeze of those glutes. And then we lower all the way back down. Good. We're just going to do 3 more like this, and then we'll get moving, getting the body nice and warm. Good. We'll do 1 more like this, and then we'll start to incorporate. Good. Now next time you go to press up, we're going to move in one movement. So drive the hips up, drive your arms overhead, shoulder press. We drop everything back down. Good. So exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Press to lift on that exhale. Inhale, drop it down. Good. So making sure we are starting to transfer a bit more of our weight into that right foot. So dig into that heel, press up. Inhale, drop. Good. Now we're going to start to add in an overhead tricep. So we press everything up, hold. You can bring those dumbbells together. We're going to bend those weights over your head. Keep those hips high. Arms to sky, release, drop it down. Good. So press, overhead tricep, center, release. Good. Beautiful job here, guys. We're going to be here for another 15 more seconds. And then we hold it up. Good. Taking it slow with that overhead tricep, trying to resist. Good. Beautiful job. Good. We're going to be here for 5. And then we'll hold it up. Good. In 3. Good. 2. Squeeze that bum as hard as possible for me. Good. Drop it down. Press it up. Hold. Now we're just going to work those overhead triceps. Try to get those hips as high as possible. Squeezing both of your bum cheeks. Now just double check for me. Can you wriggle those right toes? Lift that left heel any higher. Good. We're here for 5. We hold those arms up in 3. Good. 2. Good. Hold it there. Good. We're going to send that left leg up to sky. Separate those hands. We're going to lower everything back down. Take a quick breath. Good. Now we're going to exhale. Single glute bridges only. We press into the right heel. We sweep everything up. Good. We lower everything back down. Good. So challenging your hip stability here. Really starting to target your right glute. Right hamstring. Everything is nice and warm. Good. If you do need to push that block a little bit closer into your bum as well, feel free. Press and sweep up and lower. Good. That glute is getting warm. Good. Now we're going to be here for another 10, and then we hold it up. Good. Big squeeze of that bum here. Good. We're here for 5. Holding it up in 3, 2. On your next one here, get ready. We're going to hold it up. Now lock everything up. We're going to drop those elbows down. We press to lift. Good. Now can you squeeze your bum any harder for me? Reach those toes any further. You can always bring that leg to tabletop if you need. Otherwise, we're here for 5. We hold the weights up. We lower the left leg in 3, 2, 1. Now hold. Slowly lower, just in line with your body. Sweep it up. Can you get that bum any higher? It literally should be burning here for 5. Leg to sky, we pulse in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Pulse it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. Whew, give that bum a little whack. Good. Taking a quick little breather, quick reset. Now we're just going to repeat that on your other side. So just pushing your yoga block over to the other side. We've got that left foot underneath your yoga block. Coming onto your right tippy toes, we have 2 right angles. Great. So when you're ready, we're going to exhale. Find that spinal articulation. Remember, we're here for 5 reps, and then we'll start to move a little bit quicker. Good. Exhale, press and lift it up. Inhale, lower down. Good. Big press, big squeeze. Inhale, drop it down. Good. We're going to be here for 2 more. Good. Big squeeze of the bum at the top. Good. Last one like this, and then we'll start to add that. Those arms here coming up. Good. Now we're going to move in one swift movement. We exhale, we drive everything up. We inhale, drop it down. Good. So drive it up. Inhale, lower. Good. Big press, big squeeze. Lower it down. Good. Now we're going to start to add in that overhead tricep. So we press and lift it up, hold. Bring those dumbbells to touch. We bend the elbows, weights go overhead. Arms to sky. We lower down. Good. So press up. Squeeze your left glute. Lower. Press. Lower down. Good. Big squeeze. Now we're going to be here for another 15 more seconds. And we hold it up. Overhead triceps. Then we transition straight into those single glute bridges. Good. You guys are doing amazing here. Making sure you can wriggle those left toes. Dig into that heel. Squeeze as hard as possible. Good. Being super intentional here about switching on all those little muscles. Good. We're here for 5, 4. Good. Get that bum nice and high. We're here for 3. Good. 2. Good. Last one here, and then we hold it up. When you're ready, press up, hold. Now lock everything out. Drop those dumbbells down, lift up. Now you can always be super light on those hands here if you want to make it harder. Try to keep the elbows directly in line with those shoulders, just a little bit in front. Good. Working the back of those arms here for 5. We hold it up in 3. Good. 2. Hold it there. Separate those dumbbells. Send that right leg up to ceiling. Now we're going to lower everything down, one swift movement. Good. We exhale, press and sweep. We lower it down. Good. Utilize that left side of your body here to help stabilize everything and keep it centered. Good. Big press. Lower it down. Good. We're going to be here for another 10. Good. Breathing through it. Good. Right here for 5. Then we hold it up. You know where we're going. In 3. Good. 2. Good. On that next one, when you're ready, we hold it up. Now lock everything up. Drop those dumbbells. Press to lift. Now, can you get those hips that tiny bit higher? For 5. Arms to sky. We sweep that right leg. In 3. Good. 2. Hold those arms up. Now lower the leg just in line with your body. We're not trying to get it too low. Good. For 5. Hold the leg to sky. We pulse in 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it there, guys. You did amazing. Give that bum a nice little whack. Take a quick little breath. Good. Good. Now we're going to come straight onto your side here. Perfect. So we're going to come into our next little sequence here. So coming into some side lying. So grabbing your yoga block. Now I'm going to be mirroring you. So coming down onto your right elbow. Now we are using both of the dumbbells here. You can always do this with just one, or you can do it with both. Now heels, put your heels back in line with your body here. Trying to just stack your hips for me. If you do need to, you can always put like a little towel, or you can always fold your mat if it feels a little bit too hard on your hip. Good. Now everything is nice and stacked. We're going to be grabbing onto both of those dumbbells. Now dumbbells are going to be resting on top of your glute area. So make sure it's just a little bit lower than that hip bone here. So you can just have them nice and stacked. Now we're going to start by lifting your leg off your other leg and dropping it down. Good. So starting to really flex those feet here. We're going to lift the top leg up and then lower it down. Good. So squeezing into that bum as you press up. We inhale, lower. Now watching your right shoulder here. So a lot of people have a tendency to just dunk into that shoulder. So we actually need to lift up and out. So think proud chest. We lift up, we lower. Great. So we're going to lift up. We're going to send that leg long. You bend the knee in, we drop it down. Good. So press out, squeeze your bum here. So really important, we are flexing that foot to wake up the back of the leg. Now legs already nice and warm here. Bend it, drop it down. Good. We're going to be here for 15 seconds. Press, bend, drop it down. Good. We're going to be holding that leg out nice and long here. In 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. Now on your next one, hold it down. Now we're going to lift up 2 pulses, tap it down. Good. Lift up 2 pulses, drop it down. Good. That glute is already warm here. Really important. We are flexing through that foot. Good. 15 more seconds. Then we hold it up. We pulse. Last little bit in our side lying series. Good. 2 pulses, drop it down. Good. Now we're going to be here for 5. Holding it up, we pulse in 3. Good. 2. On your next one, we're going to hold it up, little pulses up and up. Squeeze your bum for me. Good. Right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quickly take a breather here. Now we're going to drop one of those dumbbells into a little side plank. So we're keeping that top leg actually there. Now we're going to find a little combo here. Now you can bring that bottom knee just a little bit more back in line with your body. Still nice and square. Good. Now reaching the dumbbell up to ceiling, we're just going to lift your hips off the mat, then we lower it down. Good. We'll do 5 more like this, and then we'll start to come straight into that combo. Just a little bit more up, so I'm staying on my mat here. Good. Press and lift, lower it down. Good. Big press up, lower it. Good. Now we're going to start to add in a combo here. So we lift it up, hold, we lower. We're going to lift your top leg, reach the dumbbell to your shin. Now it's really important here that you do twist, stack your hips, lift them off. Lower the hips, top leg lifts, twist your chest. Good. Press up, lower. We're here for 10. Good, here for 5. Then we stay in those planks. In 3. Good. 2. On your next one, hold it there. Now we're going to thread that dumbbell underneath. We lift. Now if you do want to challenge you can have your top leg lifted. Good. We're going to be here for another 10. Then we hold it up, trying to lock out the body here. Good. Using your strength for 5, 4. Hold it up in 3, 2, 1. Now hold it there, little hip dips, up and up. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it there. Good. Amazing job, guys. Now we're going to keep on moving. Just pop your yoga block just off to the side for a moment, as well as that other dumbbell. Now coming to lay down onto your backs once again. Now we're just going to come into a quick little core set here, and then we'll come onto the other side of our side lying, and then we'll be finished. So grabbing onto the dumbbell here in both hands, we're just going to use one. Now remember, we are coming into core work here, so you're more than welcome to do it without a dumbbell, completely up to you. That dumbbell is going to start over our heads. Now we're going to exhale, tuck into your chest here. We roll all the way up. Good, so rolling all the way down now, trying to be super heavy through the legs. They will kind of slightly adjust here as you lower down. Arms will go overhead. Good, now heavy through those feet. We press and lift it up. Good, so slowly lower, trying to see if you can hold right at the bottom here for 1 second. Then release. Let those arms go over. Good, exhale, tuck in, slowly, 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 reaching all the way for those toes. If you can manage your shins, that is amazing as well. Good, taking it super duper slow here, all the way down. Good, so coming into that roll up, exhale, tuck, scoop into your belly here, taking it as slow as possible. Trying to keep those feet as heavy as you can. Sometimes my feet just do not want to stay down no matter how hard I try. You're just going to work with your body, work with what feels good. Good. Tuck and lift it up. Good. Tucking down, trying to hold right at that bottom here for 1 second. Lower it down. Good. We're going to be here for 10 seconds. Then we're going to come into some single teasers. Good. Pulling it all the way down, tucking, lower, and press. Good. We're here for another 5. Good. Now next time we're going to press it up. We're going to lift one leg straight up. So press, lift one of the legs up. We lower all the way back down. Good. So coming into that little single teaser. Press up, lower down. Now you can always do this with legs in a tabletop if that feels more manageable for you. Good. We're going to be here for 10 seconds. Good. 4 more. So 2 more on each side. Good. Last one. And release it down. Take a quick little breather, quick reset. Now we're coming into one last little bit here in our core work. So grabbing onto that dumbbell here. Arms are coming straight up in line with the shoulders. So you're then going to lift both of your legs straight up. Now starting to imprint that spine here the best you can. Now as you exhale, we're going to twist over to one side. The opposite leg is going to lower down. We then lower everything back, reset. Good, so over to that other side here, and then lower. Now the trick here is trying to keep your bottom heavy. Now, if you're noticing that your legs are coming into a bit of a crisscross like that, it means that you're coming from your hips. So we're trying to isolate this from your upper body up. So pretty much from your hip bones down to your bottom, we want to keep it as heavy as possible. Now you should be able to feel that difference. The slower you move here, the better. Good, we're only here for 15 seconds. Alternating sides. Good. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Good, last one here. Good, rest. Beautiful job, guys. Take a little breather. Now we're going to be coming straight into the other side of that side lying series. So grabbing onto that yoga block, popping it now, grabbing onto that other dumbbell here as well. Perfect, so we're going to come straight onto that other side. So I'm going to be mirroring you once again here. So grabbing onto that yoga block. This time you should be down on your left elbow. Now making sure your heels are directly in line with those glutes. Now we're going to grab onto both of your dumbbells here. Now just trying to get into as stacked of a position as possible. Just getting that yoga block right where it feels comfortable. Now we want to have a lift up and out of your bottom shoulder here. Remember, a lot of people have a tendency to lower here, so really important that we stay pressed up and out the entire time. Good, now utilizing both dumbbells here if you want the challenge. Otherwise, you can always do it with just one, or remember, you can do it without your props. Now, grabbing onto those dumbbells here, popping them on your glute. Now, it should be a little bit lower than that hip bone. Now, we're going to start by lifting the top leg off. We drop it down. Good, so really just pressing up. Starting to work into the waist here as well. Forgot to mention that earlier, but you will feel it through your waist. Pressing up, lower down. Good, now we're going to start adding that extension. So we lift it up, send your leg long, squeeze your bum. Bend the knee in, drop it down. Good, so we exhale, lift your leg, send it long, squeeze that glute. Inhale, drop it down. Good, now we're going to be here for another 15 more seconds. That glute is actually already warm here from that single leg. So muscles should already be working. Now watch that bottom shoulder. I know there's a little bit going on. Just really focusing on keeping that strong foundation. Good, now we're going to be here for 5. Good, 4, 3. Good, 2. On that next one, we're going to keep that leg nice and straight. Now tap it to the mat. We're going to lift it up 2 pulses, lower it down. Good, so watch your foundation here. We press and lift 2 pulses, lower. Good, watching that shoulder. Pressing up and out, 2 squeezes, 2 pulses, lower it down. Good, 15 more seconds. Try to stay strong here, guys. You are much stronger than you think, so just trying to work through that burn. Press up, lower. Good, right here for 5. Good, 4. Good, 3, 2. On our next one, we hold it up and we pulse it out. Good, little lifts, watch that shoulder. Can you lift higher? Squeeze any harder here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. Now we're only going to drop one of those dumbbells here. Shuffle that leg a little bit more further back. Top leg is still nice and straight. Now, trying to find that comfortable position here once again. Top arm is going to be lifting up to sky. Now, as we exhale, we're going to press into the bottom knee. We lift your hips off. We gently lower the hips back down. Good. So press and lift it off. Pull the belly and squeeze your bum. Lower it down. Good. We'll just do 3 more, and then we'll start to combo. Good. 2. Good. Next time you lower down, we're going to lift the top leg, twist your chest, reach for your ankle. Foot lowers, stack your hips. We press up, we lower. We twist and reach. We lower, press it up, side plank. We lower, little twist, getting into that waist. Good. We're going to be here for another 15 more seconds. Then we come straight into those side planks. Okay, on that next one, we hold it up. Now we're going to thread that needle. We send that arm up. Now, remember, you can keep the top leg lifted. Good. Here for 10. Squeeze that top glute if you have it lifted. Good. For 5. 4. We hold it up, we hip dip. Last bit. In 3. 2. Hold it up. Hip dip those hips up and up. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it there, guys. Beautiful job. Give those shoulders a little roll. Perfect. You made it through. So proud of you for completing that class. She was a bit spicy, but very full body, which I love. Now we're going to be chucking all those props off to the side. We'll take just a lie down, straight down onto our backs. So you can have both of those knees just into your chest here. Just slowing down your breath. Slowing down that heartbeat. Just doing a little rock side to side. Or you can always draw a little circle here with the legs, going in the opposite direction. Good. Now we're going to keep your right knee into your chest. Left leg goes nice and long. Good. Pulling in as hard as you can into your chest. You can close down those eyes here. We're going to use our left hand now to guide the right leg. Using the left hand here to guide the right leg over your body. Coming into a little gentle twist. Now looking over your right shoulder here, you can open that right arm into a little T. Just trying to keep both of those shoulder blades just nice and heavy. Good. Just using that left hand to guide your right knee down as close as you can to the mat without losing tension on the back of your body, on those shoulder blades. Let us stay here for a breath. And exhale, coming back to center. Hug both of those knees. Hug both of your knees back into your chest. Take another little rock side to side. Good. This time, hug the left knee into the chest. Right leg goes nice and long. Pulling it as hard as you can here. Really getting into that hip flexor. Good. Now use that right hand. We're going to guide it over to the right side. Lift that lower back off. Left arm opens into that T shape. Just remembering to keep your shoulder blades heavy. You don't have to touch the mat here. I know I can't touch the mat with my knee. That's completely fine. If you can, that's amazing. Great. Closing down those eyes. Left arm is in that T shape. Just really getting into those shoulders. We'll stay here for a breath. And then we exhale, bring it back to center. Now we're just going to finish in our little butterfly pose, a little shavasana. So you can either bring those feet nice together, knees are nice and wide. You can bring those hands onto your belly here, or you can bring one hand on the belly, one hand on your heart. Just closing down the eyes. We'll just take a quick little moment of gratitude here. Just really thanking yourselves and your bodies So just showing up today, pulling out that mat and getting in a nice little quick workout. Good. We'll take one more deep breath in through the nose and exhale, release it there. Perfect. You can always stay down here a little bit longer, otherwise floating open those eyes, cross those feet, grabbing behind the back of those ankles. Sorry, grabbing behind the back of those kneecaps. Take a little roll all the way up. Perfect. And then you are all done with your workout today, guys. I'm so proud of you for showing up. If there is any recommendations or anything you would like more of, just leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next week in next week's video. Hope you have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.